Hello and welcome to our Alps tour. As you can see, we've got our vehicles here and we are at the highest peak that you can drive to in the Italian Alps. All off-road, and the track is absolutely terrifying to get up to this point. So here's what's to come in the video. I'll see you on the road. So, to start the Alps trip off, the very first thing that's happened is my door handle's broken. Excellent start to the trip. Hello and welcome to our Alps tour. You're joining us on day one. So we've come from all the way over there. All the way over there. Over that mountain, on side on this track. And continues on for about another 75 miles, but it's very hot and being stuck in a Defender going 4 or 5 miles an hour max isn't fun. So catch you on the route. Now I say day one, but we're actually day 3 now. Yeah, we are 3. So we had to drive from Calais down here, and that is just motorway, so I presume you wouldn't want to see that. But here we are. Look at that amazing view. It's absolutely stunning down here. So, plan is get these tracks done today. We're just next to Lake Annecy, or a town called Annecy in France. And then we're going to carry on down south and see how far we can get. See if we can get right down to Monaco, using as many off-road routes as possible. That's the plan. Don't know how far we'll get. Today we've done about 40 miles off-road, so we're not going to make Monaco if we carry on doing that. That evening we stopped with the most spectacular sunset over the mountains. The conversation, however...
Don't step where the poop was.
Where was the poop?
We don't know, because...
That's a mystery.
Wait, did you dig like a flap? Dig it up and then flick it and then put the flap down?
But then I eventually just ended up picking up the poop itself. So now I got poop on my plate. Awesome. Someone else or something else's poop.
Bear poop.
Bear poop. Was it a mama bear, a papa bear, or baby bear?
I think it's a baby bear.
Okay, where's mama bear's poop?
That's
That's around here too then somewhere.
Or it's wolf poo. The next morning, things were looking good. The weather was great, the tracks were brilliant, Declan found a bath, but then, in true Land Rover fashion, things suddenly went wrong. This here is an example of why you should always be prepared when you're going off-road. We've got no phone signal, we're in the middle of nowhere. It's now 12:53. We've been here since about 8 o'clock in the morning and nobody has come past. So, as I said in that video, this is why it's so important to be prepared. And as you see, we are prepared. We can start doing something to get ourselves back on the road. So, moral of the story is, don't let people deter you from taking all the stuff you can, because as you can see, it will come in useful. Anyway, not a bad place to break down. Nice and sunny. Very silent, apart from masses of flies everywhere. So, get back on the road. Going to get down to civilization and then try and find somewhere where we can get parts for the Range Rover. That's in a bit of trouble at the moment. Oh, you got ice cream! Amazing! See? That is what you need to be prepared for. Ice cream. When you break down, ice cream will save you. Oh man, the dog's well annoyed that you haven't got him one.
I remember popping in my head.
Right, things have rolled on a bit now, so jacking the car up to try and secure it because we're on a slope. We've got it lobbed onto the disco here as well. So just while he's doing that, I'm just going to nickname his car, seeing as his airbag suspension is gone. That'll do. Right, plan is we're going to go and get a campsite, bed down for the night, see if we can find an airbag from somewhere for the Range Rover, fix the suspension, then get back on the road and back on the tracks. That's the plan. If it'll happen or not, we shall see. Worst case, we'll just be waiting a few days for the airbag suspension to come in. So finish off the route and bed down. Right, we have found a specialist Land Rover place, so we're going to go in, chat to them and ask them if they have the airbag suspension. Let's go have a look. It's a nice peaceful morning here on the campsite. Everyone's having breakfast, enjoying their peace and quiet. And then there's us. Should we get the impactor out as well?
Yeah. We've been pretty quiet so far. I think we've been good.
So far, yeah.
Whoever's not awake will then be awake.
Yeah. Instead of a cockerel in the morning, I'll have an impactor.
Yeah. Wherever we park.
The part shop opens at 9 AM. Go and pick up the new suspension bag, or the airbag. Bring it back here, fit it. Job done. We'll be back on the road. But as you can see, breakdowns make legends. Yes, they do. And with the Range Rover repaired, we were back on the trails. After a short stint through some forest tracks, we then found what looked like a stream on the maps. My colleagues, however, weren't that keen. Oh, it goes back in on itself, doesn't it?
Yeah, a 90 would fall. One 10 might get stuck.
The thing is, when you get down there, you're down there.
Yeah, it's getting
So- and that's quite fast flowing,
It looks a bit deep there.
Looks a bit shallow up there.
because that's the other
that
side
the
of it, yeah.
Is that where we need to get to?
Yeah.
Okay, Chris. Captain, my captain.
It's quite deep.
We might get to use it.
You're gonna go straight down this river.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, or you might not go straight down, you might just go in and then stop.
Where's that part? Does that path not drop down?
It might drop down over there, yeah. But that's like the other side, but even that's really steep.
Yeah.
You ain't getting up that. With my tiny stream crossing now voted against, we decided to push on. And what should have been a nice flat lane suddenly wasn't.
That's a cover photo and a half.
Get out.
Are you proud of yourself? Once I had put some new trousers on, we turned around and continued back the way we came. As we carried on our route, the track then started to wind up the side of a mountain. Right, I know that the camera's never going to show it, but these roads are
super steep, like really steep. But we are now officially getting into the clouds, and the view's just getting even better and better and better. It's just a shame there's so many trees to my right and you can't see exactly what's going on, but I'm sure there'll be an opening soon and I can show you what's happening. Right, unfortunately, we've got to probably about half a mile or so from the end of this track that we're trying to get to, and we've now got this sign here. So that means we can't continue. The frustrating thing is, as you can see, the road is absolutely open and looks well used, but we're a foreign vehicle, a foreign country. That looks like an official sign. It looks quite old, like it's been there a while as well, so no point risking it. You know, we're still at the start of the trip. We don't want to end up vehicles seized, worst case, or a heavy fine for going somewhere where we shouldn't, so have to turn around. Oh well, back on track. We carried on down another track, but just a few hundred meters down the road, I was very displeased about this. And it turns out Gary was too. And just to top it off, the heavens opened.
No, I'm good, thanks.
Do you want to top up? No, thank you.
Sounds like home, mate.
Usually you're inside when it's doing that as well.
Well, good morning. We are now on to day 4 of our Alps tour, and it's a lovely rainy day outside, which is absolutely amazing. Still some spectacular scenery though, absolutely brilliant. But this might make the tracks a bit more harder to get up, especially the steeper ones where there's lots of rocks and stuff, because they can get quite slippy in the rain. So we've got about an hour and a half drive to get to our next set of routes that we've got planned. So we'll go and stick on the road, get round to those and catch up with you then. These mountains right now are like something out of Jurassic Park. You've got the mountains, the rock, the river, a low cloud base flying through there. It's absolutely spectacular. Really, really spectacular. If you're planning an off-road trip, head to the Alps. The scenery is immense. Absolutely immense. Check this out. We then spotted an excellent photo opportunity at the bottom of the reservoir, and this is where we undertook the most British thing a British person can do.
Belter!
I think that was the best one ever. Did a 15 or something like that.
Obviously the most British thing to do when you see water is skim stones.
That was not great.
But look at that cloud coming over. Isn't that cool?
This is the champion one.
The champion one. Oh.
No. What a little bit away from it.
That were a good one.
That was the one. Clearly I'm Northern's best chuck skimmer. Love it, trying, guys. I'll take the trophy now. It's because you're lower down and close to water. Ah, yeah, that's the easy. Someone pitched that defender, set them on fire.
Yeah, that cloud is coming in thick and hard, isn't it?
That, innit? It's like a proper icy cold wind. Yeah.
And with the cloud coming in, it was time to skedaddle. Okay, now this is a prime example of how quick the weather can change up here. This is the amount of view we have. Maybe 2 or 3 cars length, so we have to be nice and slow now. But we're trying to find our way back to the main road, and it's a little bit it's not hairy, but the map isn't detailed enough for these roads, so let's see how we find it. Oh look, and again now it's just cleared off, completely cleared off. So you see the weather just goes from complete thick fog to clear. Now look at that, we're driving through the clouds, in the mountains. How much better can that get? Absolutely spectacular. Look at this. It's just awesome. We plan for tonight, we're going to get to our next set of off-road tracks, and then we're going to hunt down somewhere to camp for the night. Don't know if we're going to wild camp or find a campsite yet, but we'll have a look. That's if we don't get distracted by tracks we find on the way. All the tracks that we had planned for this route, most of them have turned out to be closed off, and recently closed as well. So all the tracks that we found on the way, they've all been absolutely spectacular and brilliant tracks. So it just goes to show you can still have a good time even if the track's closed. You'll find other things to do. But even if we didn't do any off-roading, just driving on these roads is spectacular enough. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, we just found this little pizzeria. So, whilst we're in Italy, we'll do the Italian thing. After a traditional Italian pizza, we bedded down for the night. We're currently in Italy, in the Italian Alps, heading up Monte Jafferau, which there's an old abandoned fort at the top. So we're going to go and explore that and have a look. Glorious morning here, as you can see, and hopefully the weather holds out. It's supposed to be more rain and thunder and lightning later, so
In 350 feet.
now I didn't do much recording on that bit. We're currently going up Monte Jafferau, and it is incredibly steep. Flattened out a little bit now, but it was incredibly steep. So couldn't mess around with cameras and stuff. But my engine temperature, as you can see, just there, has rocketed right up to the hot. When I say it was steep, I mean it was really steep. Probably one of the steepest tracks I've been on for that amount of distance as well. It's a good mile or so, just steep, windy, up, loose, rubbly track. Nothing too technical, but just steep and loose rubble. So it turned to be a really, really, really good track. And something you probably don't want to see on video anyway, because it'll spoil the surprise for you when you get up there. Right, we just met a second vehicle, or two vehicles down the road, so we're finding a space where we can get past.
Ça passe là?
Yeah, oui, c'est bon.
Je vais mettre ça là.
D'accord.
Bonjour.
Okay. Yeah, d'accord, merci. So hopefully this will be enough for both vehicles to get there, because we're a group of 5.
Oh, it's too tight.
It's not.
This
get-
guy must come forward a little bit more. That's too
No,
tight.
it's okay.
I think it should.
Jamie, we'll see.
Yeah,
But Jamie's over here, they'll be able to drive past.
yeah,
That's alright.
yeah.
He's our last vehicle.
Right, if I go, save the camera.
We'll put it on your obituary.
Oh man,
Wanted us to save his precious camera.
yeah. Bonjour.
Ça va?
Oui, ça va et toi?
Oh, tranquille.
Euh,
Vous êtes 5 véhicules?
we're 5 vehicles. These vehicles, we've got to get past. This is going to be tight, and of course, I'm on the cliff edge side. I don't even want to look down right now.
Merci.
Tight?
10p, 1p? You just look relaxed, completely relaxed.
Fall down once we're on it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
more scared of that drone than I am already.
We were still only at 4,000 feet. We then realised we had another 7,000 feet to climb up. But the scenery from here on was absolutely spectacular. As we reached our first mountain ridge, the terrain became even more unforgiving. And this is where we realised that just one mistake will be your last mistake.
Now that is a long way down there. A very long way down.
We then hit a section of washed out track, and whilst this wasn't a problem for the Disco and the Mighty 90, my Defender, however, as we made our final climb up to Monte Jafferau, we then reached the most terrifying track of the route, up into the top of the fort.
Let's do this. Let's get my seatbelt on, just in case. Not that it's going to help. If this goes, that's it. Somebody will find this recording, if it's not in a fireball, of course. All I can see is just horizon and mountains, nothing else. From my point of view, all you can see is horizon, nothing else. Obviously we've got these rocks to the side, but that side is just, it's like I'm on a straight vertical drop of cliff edge, and I am, pretty much. Well, my handbrake is definitely ruined, because that last bit, caught the handbrake on. Mate, that was terrifying. I've never, ever, like, I was at the steering wheel, I was going, oh,
That's bit me, like that thing.
oh, that was so bad.
Done it, all you can see, done it.
one by one, the rest of the crew joined me. And at the top, we grouped together for a photo to celebrate our accomplishment.
The 90 back there, he's been burning fuel like no tomorrow. So, got to lend him a bit of fuel because he's on red light and we're 9,000 feet up a dirt track. Arms, eh? What's that? Okay, you know you've been off-roading when you open your door and everything falls out. Right, I just want to say thanks to Wavian for giving me these. Use code Orange Defender 10 for 10% off. How empty were you?
It was sludging. Empty.
So, were you on red light? Flicking on red light up here? It's like pressurised from being up high. That's best.
And after a quick refuel, we were back on the road. Well, that's the end of our Alps video. I do hope you enjoyed it. We had an absolutely spectacular time over there. And again, all of our convoys are free to join. Anybody can come along, just say you want to come. Go to theorangedefender.com and let us know you're coming. I'll see you on the road.